Hello and welcome back. In today's video, we will focus on one of the most essential skills of using Co-work effectively, writing strong task prompts. You see, Co-work is not just generating text, it is executing work. So, the way you write your prompts directly influences how well the task gets done. By the end of this video, you will know how to design prompts that Co-work can reliably execute, and you will move from vague instructions to structured workflows. So, why does prompt quality matter? Well, Co-work turns your prompts into actions. If your prompt is vague, it leads to unclear or inconsistent execution. However, when you create a structured prompt, you get predictable results. Better prompts is equal to fewer iterations. Simply put, prompt quality is equal to execution quality. A well-designed prompt is the foundation for effective task execution, and the clearer the instructions, the better the result. A strong prompt is made up of four key components: context, action, output, and constraints. Context is what the task is about, the situation or the background. Action tells Co-work what needs to be done. Output specifies the expected result or deliverables. Constraints define the limits or rules for the task, like time, scope, or format. By breaking your prompt into these parts, Co-work will know exactly what to do and how to do it. Let's look at an example. A vague prompt might be summarize this report. This leaves a lot open to interpretation. What does summarize mean? What kind of output is needed? What if we improve the prompt by open a specific file, extract the top 5 insights, write in bullet format, and save with a specific name in the specific format? Now, it's clear. The task, the file path, the steps, the output format, and the save location are all defined. The Co-work can execute this reliably. Alright, let's look at some real-world examples where we take vague prompts and turn them into specific executable instructions for Co-work. For instance, the vague instruction would be clean this data, but the specific one, open this file, remove any rows with missing values, standardize the date format, and save it as cleansales.csv in the outputs folder. See the difference? The more details you provide, the clearer Co-work's job becomes. On the screen, you can see many more examples like that. Like the vague instruction would be prepare the report, but the specific one would be open the specific file, extract key metrics, create a summary with sections like overview, insights, and recommendations, and save it as q3report.txt. See the pattern here? Specific prompts give Co-work all the information it needs to get the job done exactly the way you want. Once you have defined the context, the next step is to get into the details, files, and outputs. You will want to make sure that Co-work knows exactly where to find your files, where to save the output, and what format the result should be in. Specifying the file path clearly means Co-work won't have to guess where the file is located. Similarly, by stating the output file name, format, and destination folder, you are giving Co-work all the information it needs to execute the task accurately and efficiently. Before diving into file paths, outputs, or constraints, let's first talk about context. When you write the prompt, the task context is the most crucial element. It defines what you want to achieve and why it matters. Without this context, the rest of the prompt, the specific actions, file paths, or output doesn't have much meaning. Context ensures Co-work knows the big picture and can properly translate your intent into actionable steps. Think of it as the foundation for the rest of your task. Once the context is clear, everything else falls into place more smoothly. Now, let's talk about constraints and edge cases. These are game changers when it comes to making sure Co-work does exactly what you need, even in tricky situations. So, what does that look like? First is limit the scope. If you only need the top 5 rows of data, say that upfront. No need for Co-work to waste time with unnecessary info. For example, give me the top 5 insights from this file. Define the exclusions. Maybe you want the Co-work to ignore empty rows in a dataset. A simple constraint like skip rows that have no data helps narrows the focus. Third is handle edge cases. What happens if Co-work can't locate the file? Instead of leaving the process hanging, you can say, if the file does not exist, create a new one. Now, Co-work knows exactly how to proceed, no matter the situation. Fourth and the last one is validation. You can also ask Co-work to check if the results meet your expectation. For example, ensure the output is clean and readable. This adds an extra layer of assurance that your final deliverable is up to the mark. These constraints guide Co-work's behavior and help it handle the unexpected. And by including edge cases, you make sure Co-work does not just blindly run through the task. It is flexible and adaptive. The more detailed your constraints, the less room there is for errors or surprises. Another important concept is multi-condition prompting. With this, you can use conditional logic in your prompt. For example, if X is the case, then do Y, otherwise do Z. An example might be, if the file exists, update the content. If it does not, create a new report from scratch. This allows Co-work to adapt based on the situation and make your workflows more flexible. Let's start with a very common example. For that, we need to go into the Claude code. So let's open our Claude app. Now, at first glance, this sounds fine, but think about it. What does analyze even mean here? Are we calculating revenue? Are we finding trends? Are we summarizing? Or basically cleaning the data first? The AI has no clear direction. This is exactly why vague prompts lead to poor results. AI tools like Co-work don't interpret intent the way humans do. They execute instructions. And when instructions are unclear, the output becomes inconsistent, incomplete, or just not useful. So you end up doing multiple back and forth iterations, which wastes time. So instead of vague prompts, we use a structured format. Every strong prompt has 4 parts: context, action, output, and constraints, like we talked about in our previous slides. Think of this like giving a clear brief to a junior analyst. Now let's take the same task and rewrite it properly. Here would be the improved version. Now, notice what changed here. On my screen, you can see the prompt that I wrote. We did not change the task, we just made it more clearer. The context tells the AI why we are doing this. The action gives step-by-step instructions. The output defines how results should look. And constraints prevent messy or irrelevant results. This is why structured prompts lead to predictable, high-quality outputs. If you remember just one thing from this session, remember this. Prompt quality directly determines execution quality. Better prompts don't just improve results, they reduce the number of retries you need. Let's take another quick example. If I say, clean this dataset. Firstly, I'm not specifying the dataset or basically which file I want the dataset to be clean. So, what does cleaning mean? Remove nulls, fix formats, handle duplicates. Again, it's unclear. So, instead we write it like this. Open the customer dataset, remove duplicate rows, fill missing age values with the median, standardize the data format, and save the clean file. Now, this is something the AI can execute reliably without guessing. This applies beyond data tasks too. For example, if I say write an email update, that is vague again. Now, the improved version would be draft an email to my manager, summarize project progress, highlight 3 key achievements, mention one blocker, use the formal tone, and present it in bullet points. Now, the output will be structured, professional, and ready to send. One of the most underrated parts of prompting is constraints. This is where you control edge cases. For example, what if the file has missing values? What if the dataset is too large? What if something fails? You can handle all of that inside the prompt. Now, let's go one step further. This is where prompting becomes really powerful. You can actually add logic like, if the file exists, perform the analysis. Else, create a sample dataset and then analyze. Over here, you can specify the file name, Q3 sales.csv. This turns your prompt into a mini workflow. Over here, we'll select the folder. Let's run the test. This turns your prompt into a mini workflow. Now, the AI is not just executing, it is making decisions based on the condition. Since the file does not exist in my destination folder, it will try to create the sample dataset and then analyze. Over here on my screen, you can see that it has displayed that the specific file does not exist in my folder. So it is creating the sample dataset and running a full analysis. You can see the progress in this sidebar. Let's make this interactive. Think of a prompt you can pause for the effect by going here. Now ask yourself, did I give clear actions? Did I define the output? Did I add constraints? Most of the time, the answer is no. So make sure you do all of that. Over here, you can see, since I prompted the conditional statement that if the file did not exist, I asked it to create a sample dataset. You can see the response. It not only created the sample dataset, but did the analysis as well. After the analysis, it created the sales performance dashboard as well. You can see how detailed the responses would be if you prompt the model in a right way. To wrap this up, the difference between someone who struggles with AI and someone who gets powerful results is not the tool, it is how they write prompts. Once you start thinking in terms of context plus action plus output plus constraints, you move from trial and error to predictable execution. And that's when AI actually becomes useful. Better prompts don't just waste time, they unlock the full potential of AI. Now, let's summarize the key takeaways. Strong prompts follow a clear structure: context, action, outputs, and constraints. You have to be explicit about files, outputs, and restrictions. Avoid ambiguity by being specific. Iterate and refine your prompts for better execution. Remember, better prompts is always equal to better execution. The better you design your task, the better Co-work can perform it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.